Alright guys, welcome back. Today, you'll never guess where we are. We're in Bothal. Where is Bothal? That would be a good question. Bothal is somewhere in the northeast, near Morpeth. Here's a fact for you about Bothal. It's called Bothal. I've stumbled across this nice little church in Bothal. So far, this is all I've seen as far as churches go. What an absolutely beautiful little church. It's not often you see nice churches, and it's still got its bells intact. So I'm guessing, I don't know what time we're at, 20 to 12 maybe. The bells work. I don't know if you like bells, but I don't. So before I go where I'm going, then we'll have a little look around the sort of churchyard. It's a shame when you see sort of old graves that nobody sort of attends anymore. That's why I think, if anything, don't want to be buried in that, just lying there waiting for the nettles to take over and that, and then I just become a stingy nettle. Look at these trees. In fact, look at the size of these fucking trees. When I say size, I'm going to show you over here how big this tree is. I know, oh, he's out looking at trees and that. Oh, how interesting and that. But wait till you see the size of this fucking thing. Look how big the sort of trunk is of this tree. This tree is probably older, in fact definitely older than the church. That one over there is actually bigger. So as I said, we're in Bothal. Here's another interesting fact about Bothal. It's in the UK. The name of that church, I'll just tell you now, is St Andrew's Church. Just in case you're wondering where in Bothal, because you could get lost in here, because there is around 3 or 4 houses. So there you go, St Andrew's Church. So next up on the little travel here in Bothal, some hedges. Look at this. Our little walkway. It's where we're headed, which I'll tell you all about in about 2 minutes. So in Bothal, what they do have is these nice little stones across a river with the world's shittiest bridge that does not look safe. I don't know if it's private or not, but I'm going to see if I can walk across the world's shittiest bridge after we go across these little cool stones. Don't know how they've carved them out into little points. It's like that age-old myth about Egypt. How did they build the pyramids? The same scenario here. So look at this for a scenic little place. Surely not many people come down to Bothal. I highly recommend coming just to the river, I guess. So it's right straight down from the church, yeah. So just take a walk straight down and you get to chill out in this little majestic sort of place. Someone up there taking pictures of us like a right fanny. Let's try and get up this bridge then. It gets mental. They have all these nice places, but everything's sort of private around here. I do want to go on this little bridge, even though it looks unsafe. I think it's a nice little spot to sort of film on and that, yeah. Here's a fact for you. I think this here, with all the stones across the river, is called the River Wansbeck. And again, don't quote me on it being an actual fact, because it might not be. We could just call it, we're going to cross the river. This is what I came down to see. Another closed castle. I did Google this and 100% assured me that I could get close to it. So here we are, not fucking close to Bothal Castle. So here's some information about Bothal Castle. It's a castle. So I did look online before I came here. And I think it's privately owned by the Cavendishes. It might not even be called the Cavendishes, the family name. So again, if you really want to know the facts of the facts, look at a different video because I'm not that guy. But it does look really nice. From here, it did say you could get closer than 3 fucking miles away. But currently, not really convinced. So we're at Bothal Castle, near Morpeth. Drop it in on Google Maps, drop the wee yellow guy down and get a proper look. Okay, so it says private property on the thing. I thought, let's just have a little walk up anyway. And I'm sure someone will get pissed off because you're not allowed in here anymore. But there's no point coming all the way down to Bothal Castle to see a hedge. So here we are, sort of the old road leading up to Bothal Castle. And like, as far as castles go, this is actually quite a good one. Still sort of all intact there. It's not the biggest of castles, but normally that's the thing. When you actually get to the castle itself, there's normally nothing inside of it anyway. So like here, this is the castle. It's little outbuildings and stuff. They should, I don't know if they do open days here, which I'm guessing they probably do, like most sort of places like this. They do sort of like an open day, so it's definitely worth researching. And if you do that research and then let me know, I can come back here and have a look around what it looks like when it's open to the public. So as I said, Bothal Castle in the northeast, little sort of quiet place, little town, village in the middle of nowhere. You would have to stumble across this as well. It's not majorly signposted or nothing. I've never seen it on any pages or anything. And granted, there's not a lot around Bothal. It seems like there's a few houses and stuff. But the river, 100% worth a little visit. If you want to come chill out on a really nice hot day by the river, I don't know if you're allowed to fish down there. I'm going to give you permission to fish down there anyway, so come and check out Bothal. Here's the sort of main entrance to Bothal, so you'd probably come in that way. And there's that church. We were just looking around, which is really nice. And the castle, straight back up there. Take a left down to that really nice river and take a right to get the fuck out of Dodge. So we'll go and have a look around and see what else Bothal has to offer. I don't think it's a great deal, so don't get your hopes up. If you don't see me again, Bothal's dead, yeah? Catch you later.